I went against Gallowayne's wishes, and he sent a kraken after us, and we defeated it. Things like this are starting to become a normal part of my life now. And now that I think on it, makes a bit of sense that the gods would be part of what the ancient Iguithans did, since they created the gods as we know them today. Well then, which god represented Pokokohara? Maybe there wasn't one. Maybe it was just something that went wrong unintentionally, and we may encounter more of things like this throughout the Deadfire. Gods clinging to whatever they feel represents them, such as this last one was for Gallowayne. Well, if you ask me, I think I made the correct choice. Leviathans in the Deadfire are just another thing I don't want to face, and neither would any other person on a ship out here. Though we did kill the one, which means there are 3 others out there somewhere. Worse, we may have just killed one of a new species, which means that the Leviathans the ancient Iguithans created are all over the Deadfire. Actually, the latter would make more sense. We killed a kraken, but there are plenty more out there. You see, and that's why I didn't want to go through the depths. Things like this exist out there and are just waiting and ready to gobble up helpless people in the water and on their ships, or those fools brave enough to use magic to take them deep underwater. I don my cumbersome diving suit, and everybody else does, and head out of the ruins. When I pass through the ruins' shimmering, protective field, I feel the press of the sea against my chest. The intense pressure at this depth makes swimming a taxing enterprise, and I struggle to make my way back to the surface. As I breach the water, my crew hurries to haul me back onto the deck, and everybody else. I think I want to take a few days of rest after this one. And never go back down there again. Ever. Well, I rested. My injuries have healed. Though we probably should have moved the ship away from Signath more. Let's return to Sayuka. Hopefully their problems with the coral will be dealt with now. Clear skies, my Arua. Secretary. Fleet Master. She will be happy. It's just, I don't know if they'll be able to tell if it's done anything immediately. It might take weeks to show.
I hope your effort to resolve the coral situation is meeting with success.
I dealt with a magical disturbance at the root of your coral problem.
You've brightened my day considerably. We should have the port in working order as soon as the remaining coral is cleared. Ah, before I forget, Atsura would like to see you at the Brass Citadel.
He would, huh? Okaya pauses, her hand outstretched like she meant to pull me aside, then reconsiders. With a shake of her head, she continues.
Though he appears placid on the surface, Atsura is not a patient man.
Alright then, farewell. So you're saying we should go see him immediately? We plan on going back to Neketaka right now.
I don't believe it. A copper pan from 400 yards? You're pulling my leg.
That's easy. I'll show you. Hold this up in the air and stand very still.
Oh, this ought to be good. How's this?
On second thought, let's practice later. I don't like this breeze.
Back to Neketaka, I suppose. Yeah, we were just exploring the Crookspear. There's a lot of Rawatayan captains around there. Okay. Let's go, let's cut through this area we haven't been through. Deadfire merchants. Wana ship. Making sure there's no islands that we're missing. Okay, let's go to Neketaka. We're close by. Royal Deadfire Company. Where did we need to go? Brass Citadel. Take a few hours on foot to get there from the port. Why wouldn't they allow us just to go and berth in the Brass Citadel? Make it a lot faster. We have to go to the Imperial Command, do we not? Yeah, we have to go up the stairs. Clear skies, my Arua. Okay, so Atsura was, or is Atsura down? I think Atsura was downstairs. Pretty sure Atsura's downstairs.
I saw one shoot once. Hit a lurch shark in the eye from 200 feet away.
Hello, Atsura. Atsura glances at me with a surreptitiously mirthful expression. He looks like he's been on a fabulous secret. He's been in on a fabulous secret. One he's about to share with me.
It has been brought to my attention that you ousted the slavers from Crooksburg.
I hope that's a good thing in your mind.
You've done a noble thing.
He clasps me by the shoulder and tries out a warm smile. It almost looks real.
They had long been a thorn in our side, but one we were hesitant to remove on our own. You've done us a considerable favor.
He slips me a heavy purse. Oh, wow. I didn't expect this. Thousands suffer because of them. Of course I did something.
Indeed. But the problem hardly begins or ends with the slavers.
He raises his brows, watching to see if I'm following. Aloth nods, a quiet smile etched across his lips. Maya cocks her head and listens.
Deadfire is a troubled place, beset by all manner of predation and lawlessness. Adventure stories blame it on the fury of Helia's storms and the hunger of Andra's beasts.
He shakes his head in disgust.
Historians like Maya's own dear brother would spin you a tale of isolation and trade booms.
He also said that sharing knowledge and sharing cannon fire were as different as birds and foxes.
All of that merely obscures the plain yet hard truth. The Huana lack the will to defend their homeland.
He stops and looks up at me for the first time since hearing my explanation. He's recovering himself. I agree, they should have stopped this.
2,000 years ago, our people began the conquest of Rawatai. The land was new to us. Many of its inhabitants were better equipped.
He tenses his fingers and raises his eyebrows.
But we overcame them. We were unified where they were scattered. And we were not content to huddle in cliff caves and subsist. We were determined to make a better life for ourselves.
The people who made that journey established Rawatai. and established Roleplay did what they had to.
It is difficult for fragmented, transient tribes to maintain control over their territory.
He winces and laces his fingers together, starting to pace. Maya cocks her head and listens.
The Valians and the Principe will tear Deadfire asunder, and the Juana will stand by and let it happen. So, we must do everything we can to defend the archipelago and its people.
He stands a little straighter, drawing his shoulders back. Why don't you speak to Queen Anakaza a second about this?
We shall ensure that the slavers do not return by stationing one of our most elite fleets at Crookspur.
He watches me as he explains this, eyes searching your face. It's not a bad idea. You don't expect me to believe you moved an entire fleet just to keep the slavers out, do you? He's silent and still for several seconds, calculating. At last he smiles slowly.
I think we should continue to focus on how we might help each other, don't you? And by continuing to work together, we can achieve both our objectives. A more stable Deadfire, and a meeting with Aothas. In any case, our attentions are now focused on Sayuka for now. I'm sure the Hazanui will summon you when the time is right.
Maya has business with you.
Indeed. I hope we return victorious.
He turns to her with a bold, almost confrontational stare, a look that seems to mirror her own.
It's done in any case. I'll leave you to decide what victory means.
Atsura, care to explain what you've been up to?
Maya has been assisting with plans to work toward peace in some of the more tumultuous parts of Deadfire.
He raises his eyebrows, looking back at her.
A noisy kind of peace, but it's all we're likely to get.
Shoti nibbles on her lips to hide a spreading smile.
Then we must take what we can.
He stares her down with a challenge in his eyes.
I'm certain Harama would agree. He's well, after all, thanks to your decisive action.
He cocks his head.
Twaha reports success and sends her thanks for your swift intervention. You have aided your countrymen with distinction. There is no higher honor to which a trencher may ascribe.
He tilts his head towards her, emphasizing his words.
But what of your own assignment?
You sent Maya to kill a man. He shifts his gaze to me.
For a most noble cause, I assure you.
He looks pained.
You've always been self-sufficient and resolute in purpose, Maya. It surprises me that you should discuss your orders so freely.
Cargo shifts on long journeys no matter how tightly you tie it down, sir.
Maya glances my way and nods. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
At ease. When it comes down to it, I know you will always do what must be done.
He pauses, fixing her with his strange and wavering gaze.
Rawatai values your service, as do I. And I can think of no better reward for the rough country's finest sharpshooter than a piece such as this.
He reaches below his desk for an arquebus, which he presents to her with stiff formality.
I won't keep you. I know you both have plenty of business to attend to.
After all this time, I still don't understand who you are or what you believe in. He watches me with a blank but thoughtful stare I've come to recognize. In the tiny movements of his eyes, I can see him sizing me up, deciding how much to tell me. At last he smiles faintly.
Who we are. What does this even mean? Why the search for permanence in a transient existence?
Now you're just playing philosophical games.
One day, our bodies will perish and our souls will return to the wheel.
Then you have no trouble telling me what you guys are doing here.
Every word we've ever spoken, everything we've ever known will be forgotten with us.
His expression is one of distant amusement, as though these notions are no more troubling than the far-off clamor of crowds.
But this will remain.
He spreads his hands, surveying the solid, precise stonework all around him.
Prolonging the soul is a fool's errand. Clinging to a grand past is vanity. I want to take part in building something that will last beyond me. That is true immortality.
He smiles, calm satisfaction narrowing the corners of his eyes. I agree, it's important to do great things with the time we have.
Few are in a position to accomplish as much as you are.
He nods appreciatively.
But you and I have much to do, and little time to discuss philosophy.
Farewell. Alright, I'm sorry, Maya, I shouldn't have said that. Clearing her throat once, and then again, Maya raises her eyes to me when I glance over.
Oh, you wanted something, Captain?
Something on your mind?
You could say that. Been trying to say that it's a pity you're already accounted for, Captain. You're halfway towards being a decent catch.
Is that a compliment from you, Maya?
Forget I said anything. It's not important.
Maya coughs into her fists and glances away. Alright then, Maya. Let's be off. Yep, Shoti is enough woman for me. Just really not attracted to those sharpened teeth you, have. Let's get back to exploring out in the ocean again. Well, it's early morning. Watcher. Let's see if we can't get that junk. We have more coin than I've ever had
Business comes and
at any
goes
point in
like
my
the
life.
tide.
I'd like to see your goods.
Oh, come take a look.
Yes, I have 163,000. Oh, junk is way more expensive. I thought it was only 50,000. I remembered it wrong. Okay, well, still have around 55,000 left. What else does he have? I don't really know too many places that sell warship reinforcements. Steel, Yimmering steel helm. There's a lot of things we can buy to upgrade the ship. Let's just get this for now. See, everything is full. Well, add to cart. Lost a lot of medical supplies when we were out there. Especially during the storm. We had that disease as well. So, how much coin do we have left? 55,000, 54,844 now. Flamethrower. Interesting. Well, let's look at the ship. How much crew do we have? Well, it's a lot of crew. We just have to take them all off the ship. This might take a while. Get it all on board our new one. Okay, it costs a lot of coin. And we'll still have around 7,000 left. But fill up our supplies with this new large ship. Mage weave sails. Captain's quarters. Menagerie for all the animals. Yimmering steel helm. Much better over standard helm. Arcane lanterns, 10% more travel speeds, or so it says. And new warship reinforcements for the ship's hull health. It does reduce our speed a little bit, but... Yes, our ship's going to be quite outfitted. Quite well outfitted now. Mage weave sails. Captain's quarters. Permanently up. Oop, I'm taking a cannon out. Menagerie for all the animals to be penned in. And I think that we are done, but it just needs a name. I think Watcher. Considering this should be my last ship, Watcher will do. It is the ship of the Watcher, named the Watcher. I could have come up with something more creative, I suppose, but it's fitting at least, so let's get back out in our new ship. It actually has 8 cannons on it. as opposed to the 4 with the old ship. Or is it 6? No, it has more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has 10 cannons on it. Our ship now has 6, so it's quite the increase in firepower. I didn't have to buy any new cannons either. We have enough. I don't know if they're the best, by the way that fits my fighting style. But the ship is decked out with cannons. We have enough crew for everything. There's a couple left over who can take up the spots of anyone that gets injured. Yes. Now, the Watcher. Oh, there's an island chain right here. I can't wait to sink our next ship. There's a little island here, but to get on the north side of it to get past all the coral. Oh, what's this? Let's land here. Do we have on Onadair the Siren? A siren has been steering ships into the rocks. Survivors' accounts tell of Onadair haunting the western isles of the Great Kuo-o-Rikuhu chain. I do believe that we found where this person is. I can hear singing. I want to try out my new ship. So we're back on land fighting.
Enemies ahead.
Oh, what is... Not quite what I expected, but should be okay. Go get that Temptress, Adair, and I will help you. On the flank, these are wraiths.
Oh, good. Happy to oblige, huh?
You see that, Ishi?
Just like that.
That's not very helpful.
Ow, why are they all on me? Ow. Push me back. Holding me up in the air.
Let's go.
It's just a couple of them left now. Flanked her. Ah! Olaf! I told you about those fireballs.
Huh? I've got it.
Let's see what it was we picked up. Humility, light armor. Okay. What's this? Earthblight, onyx. Well, there goes the siren. We have a bounty for her. Let's continue exploring this island. Something's ahead. An old battleground. I come across the site of an ancient battle. A ratty standard snaps in the breeze, its color bleached by the sun. Let's search the location. 2 hours pass. Nothing of value. Keep searching. 2 hours pass. Nothing of value. We've wandered the length of the battlefield. There's nothing left of any value. It's really been picked clean. Okay, let's return to the ship. There wasn't really much on this island. Let's go here. Well, there's some water over here in the corner, and looks like some fruit trees. But other than that, there's nothing here on the island. Wow, there's a lot of little islands around this area. This is the Kuo-Rikihi train, island chain. So there should be a few bounties in the area. Our ship is faster than the other one, it just takes longer to turn it. Not very maneuverable compared to the previous ship we had. Smaller ships are easier to turn. Hey, it's like the last island we were on. Some fruit and some water. Well, at least we're keeping the storage stocked. How far are we going out here? So, Onodare the Siren, Akaru, Sacred Stair, Flamewalker Vasali. Flamewalker Vasali. Radolf. Kill Radolf and take ship's triumph. And then there's Veen. Vithrak Pirate. And then there's Chornu. Oh. We did kill this person. Rartine Captain Commander. Udita at Lifter's Refuge in Dunnage. Okay, that was the one I remember. Rock Stomper Rodul. I don't think that's... There's no Rock Stomper that we're after. At least not now. Captain Thanik. The junk, like ours. Our ship is really fast, actually. More islands over here. Let's land. Looks like an encampment here. Oh, we just found some ale. Okay, well. Ontario Cozy. That's where the prince wanted us to go. Yeah, there's still so much of the Deadfire left to explore. There's a storm to the south of us. Okay, well, let's keep on exploring then. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.